Hello, I'm Tom Moore from the Bartitsu Lab, and in this particular video we're just going to look at some of the anatomies of a palm strike and some of the techniques that a palm strike can deliver. A lot of people take the piss out of a palm strike. I used to be one of them. I'm a relatively decent boxer. I've boxed to a relatively decent level, and I get very used to being able to punch with the fist, and you end up thinking that this is the be all and end all, and anything that's palmic really is second rate. But having been hit by some people that can throw this with vehemence and play with it and using all of the mechanics from the boxing into the palm, in reality when I'm looking at force, pressure, damage, for me they're coming out about like for like. So I'm a little bit of a recent convert to palm strikes, but I'm also not of the camp that a palm is always better than a fist. You know, really this depends on your skill set, your ability to train, your level of confidence, your level of targeting and accuracy. So I'm still a firm believer in punching a fucker in the face, but I'm also a firm believer in palm smashing a motherfucker in the face. And there are some benefits and merits to doing that. And I just want to talk through some of the ways in which I teach palm strikes and how they work into our curriculum at the Bartitsu Lab. So, some of the reasons why you might want to do it. Imagine for a second that this man is a big scary motherfucker and you are not a hugely trained smaller individual. If you think a smaller person with a small fist and not much boxing know-how can land flush using the small, relatively small, decent area of your fist, the very decent knuckles, onto a relatively small target with minimal training, you're going to have a bad time. You're going to have a terrible time. It is a good finite skill, a perishable skill, to land knuckle on dangerous or injurious target for him. Being able to land that killer cross, that killer hook, requires hours and hours at the boxing gym, graft, timing, and not just in the gloves, moving your way down to wraps, moving you down to bare knuckle. You need to get a decent grip of it if you want to be able to punch accurately, sustainably, and with decent effect. Whereas mashing someone with the palm, as long as you're aware that is the root of the palm and not this soft bit here, as long as you know it's towards the bottom of your palm, with pretty gay abandon, you can smash whatever you like, and not just from the front, but from the back, from the side. I can attack from behind. You can hit someone anywhere with this bit of your palm, and it's a robust, solid target. It takes a lot more damage. It doesn't typically rip and cut like a knuckle does, especially a bare knuckle, but it does have the concussive brain shake. So if I throw it with all the same venom as you would a boxing shot, your accuracy is a little bit more lenient. You can get anywhere on this face and get the concussive power that you want. So it's very good. The face is covered in nerves. It's very sensitive to shock and trauma. So smashing that palm in is a very easy thing to do. Some of the key tips when you're using a palm strike, it's important, or can be important, for you to index. And indexing means essentially touching, grabbing, or manipulating, so indexing and attaching, having a hand in play that gives me the runway into this shot. So I can pull him off balance, I can push him off balance, I can distract him, I can slap him, I can move him, but it gives me good tactile sensitivity as to where that man is. So if people are working from the fence, you can touch, you can manipulate, you can engage, you can use this as your runway to smash this shit in. So again, very important that you be able to index, i.e. touch, or be somewhere in the region of this person so I can follow him through, and also that I can attach and I understand grip psychology and grip physiology. So if I grip on the shoulder, I'll turn him. If I grip center of mass, I can pull him forward or push him back. Side to side, I turn him, center, push, pull. So you've got to understand what different grips do to the human body, or different grips and pulls do to the human body, that allow you to strike this way. And obviously, you also got to get good at firing this clean. From zero attachment or zero indexing, how can you do it straight off the bat? Threats arrive, fucking smash him. I've got no ability to get myself prepared. So those are some of the things you need to be aware of. And obviously, because it's a piston orientated shot in the main, you've got to be able to get used to driving multiples of these in. Yeah, because it's very rare, or very uncommon, unless you've got the upper hand or the surprise factor to knock someone clean out with that single shot. You might need to rinse in 4, 5, 6, 7, 10. I say 10, you can launch 10 of these in about 3 seconds. Don't worry about it. The ability to move, drive, piston, smash, keep deploying this is very important whilst indexing or attaching. Okay, So some of the ones that we teach at the Bartitsu Lab. First one is the chin jab. So the chin jab we take straight from the Fairburn tradition. So we drive our forearm and our elbow to the center of mass along the solar plexus. We drop our body weight. We get some degree of attachment with this second hand. So whether it's the back of their body, their belt, a bit of their hoodie, or we just essentially wrap it around them like a bit of a hug. I want to stop him moving backwards as we drive in and we smash this up. So we drop and we smash. And again, I'm looking to shake his head that way. I'm looking to concuss him badly. So we drop, we grab, and we smash. And we want to really drive. This should hit into his center of mass, but it's coming straight under his chin. We want that terminal velocity. From here, okay? So drop, drive, attach, and smash straight up. And you should end up with good connection to his body from here. Once you've got that on, a secondary element to this is you can rip it off. So once it's in and on, once you've caused that concussive damage, sometimes a finger gets in the eye anyway. So again, we're using this. When I disengage, I can rake it off. Bam, smash. So I've got the concussive power of it, and then I've got to rip, a gouge, a tear to cause more pain, allowing me to cause more damage. So the chin jab, but very, very important, don't neglect the attaching hand, and don't neglect your ability to drive up from the floor. Don't keep your body low and drive up. Your whole body comes back up with him. I drop, my legs stand up from here. And bear in mind, fingers to the eyes are incidental. I want the brain shake. Once they're here, if they haven't got it already, if I want to disengage with it, I can rip them down. So again, an important element of that. Second one is the tiger claw. Tiger claw is essentially a straight palm strike. Again, I'm still thinking hitting with the palm. The fingers are incidental. And this can come at longer range from here. So again, I'm feeding this into his mouth. I still want to hit his jawbone with the hard bottom bit of my palm. I've got a bit more range to play with. And I smash that in. And again, I have to use torque for this one. So a bit like I would with a right cross. Bam! I have to do the same level of torque with the tiger claw. I have to turn the hip, turn the shoulder, turn the foot, bang! Use my abdomen, use my waist, use my core to drive that in with either hand. But again, you're hitting with the palm heel, and the fingers are incidental. Don't try and lead with the fingers, otherwise you'll end up crumpling, and often the hard bit of the palm, or the useful bit of the palm, goes under his chin. So if I was to try and lead with the fingers on Bob in super slow, I might get the fingers in, but I no longer get the concussive power of the palm. So I've achieved an eye poke, but I haven't achieved concussion. I haven't achieved knockout. So again, think palm heel first, fingers secondary. And again, you've got decent range on this. It can go pretty long range, or even if we're super close, I can drive it. So I can still drive it through. So even if I was this close, I'm still going to end up in the same place as if he was further away. And take him straight through, using the hip, using the shoulder, using the feet. From here. Tiger claw. I enjoy it. Then you've got the chin smash. Now this is something you've seen later in Fairburn's career. And the chin smash is essentially a circular motion. So when you end up in this kind of upright, what I call the walrus clash, when two elephant seals meet on the beach, whoop, they smash up and their heads go back. So we end up torso to torso, we drive the palm heel in this way. So we throw it like you'd throw a hook and turn. Fingers tend to point back towards you. And again, you hit him with the hard bit of the palm. There. So again, all of the things that you'd throw into a hook, turning the hip, turning the shoulder, turning the foot, go into this chin smash. So chin jab up here, tiger claw out here, palm first, remember. Chin smash comes from the side. And again, great targets behind the ear, along the jawline. Then you've got the cat's paw. So if you've got the tiger claw up here, the cat's paw is essentially when you fuck off a cat and he goes, fuck off, My cat does this to me every day to wake me up, albeit a bit more gingerly. Tap, 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 tap. Comes in this short, sharp, elliptical motion. We're still using the palm. Don't think of this as finger first, we're still using the palm. The palm is still coming down, but now it's got more of a rotating, cycling motion to it than it does a piston of the tiger claw. You notice I'm indexing or I'm attaching, striking down. It smashes down the palm, goes across the center of the face, so it could be the nose, could be along the jaw. It smashes and it drags. So if you imagine the initial trauma is of the smash, then we drag the fingers off. So we're maintaining what people in karate systems called muchimi, sticky contact. So we're not just being transactionally off. Once it hits, it rips. Bam! 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 So what I like to call the cat's paw, lots of people have other names for it, but it's a cyclical blow like so. But again, palm orientated, finger secondary, okay? You've then got the palm uppercut. I'm ignoring slaps for now. Slaps could fall into the category of palm strikes, and obviously with slaps, we typically have cupped hand, which come at closer range, or open hand, which are a bit more long range. So the Bartitsu Lab, if we're very close, we'll throw this cupped jujitsu hitareuchi. And again, it's aimed to send the head left or right, ear, neck or jaw. So you got the hitareuchi, or longer range, you've essentially got a full-on fucking slap. But again, with all the ballistics of a hook, you're still turning the hip, turning the shoulder, turning the foot, turning the knee. But again, those are for another video another time. The one to close off on is the palm uppercut. So if we're up close, we're driving this way. So think of the mechanic as an uppercut. Boom, boom, palm faces you. In this version, boom, we're using the exact same roll as the uppercut, but now this cheeky hard bit of the palm cracks under the jaw. So if we're too close or too compressed for a chin jab, and we do want to do something percussive outside of our extreme kind of close quarters, gouging, biting, and so on. We get here, we roll our legs, we roll our body as if we're throwing a decent uppercut, but in this version, we're smashing it straight up. So the palm uppercut, wham, 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 wham. So drive your body, roll it just like you would an uppercut, boom, boom, but we're smashing the palm into the target. Nice and nasty, really good at close range. Wham, 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 wham. So to recap, they're useful, they're safe, they're powerful, they're easy to learn, they're target agnostic, and typically I go in for the Fairburn chin jab, close up, smash, drop, the long range tiger claw, you've got the chin smash coming in from the side, you've got the cat's paw raking down, you've got slaps, which I mentioned, cupped hand hitareuchi, a long range power slap, and then finally the palm uppercut. Those are some of the ways we play with palm heel strikes. It's good to go back over some of the basics. There's something I'm increasingly relying on, enjoying experimenting with. Have fun.